The current generation of the Nissan Altima in the US comes with the 2.5-liter non-turbo engine, which lots of people think is the same as a 2.5-liter engine in the old generation of the Nissan Rogue, but it's not exactly correct. The engine was first presented in 2018 and was made for the Altima, then it was used in the new Nissan Rogue for one model year till it was replaced with a more modern VC turbo 3-cylinder engine, and also in the Mitsubishi Outlander for many markets. The engine code is PR25DD. This is a pretty simple all-aluminum 4-cylinder engine offering 188 horsepower and pretty high torque of 180 pound-feet. Also, the engine comes with the timing chain. There are phasers on both camshafts for higher fuel efficiency, but it surprisingly doesn't have hydraulic valve lifters, so the valve clearance will need to be adjusted once you feel harsh engine work and excessive vibrations. Depending on your driving style, this may be needed once every 60,000 miles, or it may not be needed at all during the entire lifespan of the engine. In the Altima, these 2.5-liter engines have only one transmission option. It's the 8th generation of the Jetco CVT, and it's not the most reliable transmission in the world. It's not as bad as previous generations, but you need to service it way more often than the manufacturer recommends to make it last at least 120,000 miles without major issues. But let's get back to the engine. So the PR25DD engine model is quite new, and we still don't have a lot of high mileage units to make conclusions about common issues, but we can already see that owners hate the start-stop feature. It's extremely glitchy here and sometimes puts you in awkward situations on the road when you just can't restart the engine on time. So owners tend to develop a habit of deactivating the start-stop every time they start the engine, which is a little annoying. Then the chain is not bad here, and unless you use your Altima as a race car, it will last very long, but in high mileage engines you will likely want to replace it, and it can be quite expensive because the phasers will also likely need replacement anywhere between 150 and 200,000 miles. But I should say that this is common issue for all modern engines with timing chains and phasers, so nothing special here. The engine has direct injection, so the fuel is injected directly into the cylinders and the intake valves are not washed by fuel. This leads to carbon buildup on the valves over time, especially in cars that are mainly driven in city traffic rather than on highways. Also, the engine is equipped with the EGR valve, and again, for cars driven in city traffic, this system will cause problems after 100,000 miles. The valve will be contaminated and will cause harsh and unstable engine work. Fortunately, Nissan EGR valves may be cleaned unless they are heavily neglected. Other issues are minor and relatively inexpensive to solve. They include VVT solenoid failure, camshaft position sensor problems. Sometimes these engines develop oil consumption after they hit 100,000 miles, and it will grow with age and mileage. Unfortunately, there is nothing much you can do but avoid overheating and overloading to prevent the aluminum block from deformation.